we gotta create. We gotta create. Like, we gotta build our own everything, our own politics, our own religion, our own science, our own programs, our own entertainment, our own businesses, our own corporations. We gotta create all of it. So we can have our own perception of the world around us. We'll be in our own worldview. It starts with the mind. The world that you're in is just the mind that you're in. Create your own mind. Deprogram your mind. It's empty again. You're naked. And then reprogram it. But the way that you want to now. How you want to program it. Pay attention to what you want to pay attention to. This is what we all did in 2020. Well, not all of us. But this is what lots of people began to do in 2020. That's what all the rabbit holes and stuff was happening. Sagittarius was in the South Node. Gemini was in the North Node during that time. It was letting go of our beliefs and the meanings and reasonings that we had attached to things, and we were becoming the student again, and we were learning the truth, and we were getting curious about our surroundings, the world around us, and questioning, and we went down rabbit holes. And so by this point, 4 years later, you should have your own mind now. That whole process of reprogramming your mind, if you started in 2020, especially if you started before 2020, then like you're way ahead. Like, you should definitely already have your own mind by now. Your own perception. You should be in your own world by now. You should look at a tree and not see it the same way a person that's still stuck in the Mason world sees it. That's the first thing. Then you got to find like-minded people that also perceive things the same way you do, that has the same worldview as you. So y'all can come together and build that world more, exchange ideas, have mental sex, and build on that set foundation, which is that worldview. Now you're building a world with those group of people, an atmosphere. Based on those conclusions that you came to when you was down in that rabbit hole, find people that came to those same conclusions. Y'all join forces, and then now together y'all expanding the world. Y'all coming up with new conclusions that y'all came up with together. Can come up with together, or whatever. You know what I mean? So now you're building that world. See? So now when both of y'all look at a tree, y'all see something different than what a sheep would see. And that thing that y'all see is in alignment. Y'all see the same, y'all perceive it the same way. That was also, you should already have at least one person like that. Like, it's been 4 years. It's been 4 years. Like, it's been 4 years. There's no way you should still feel like there's nobody that thinks like me, that see things the way I see things. Like, you shouldn't still feel like that. Like, it's been 4 years. And if you do, then like you just actively was not open to like interacting and communicating and believing in your perception enough to like vocalize it and stand by it, to see like if they agree. You know what I mean? So then you could actually find those like-minded people. Majority of us, though, have those like-minded people already. So now now y'all in y'all world. Now it's just the next phase, which is we're still getting into it, which is bringing it down here into the physical. Actually living in a physical reality that mimics the world that you're in up here in the fourth and fifth and sixth dimension. You're in a different world mentally, but you're still in the Mason world physically, right? You still have to go to work. You still have to pay bills. You still have to subscribe to their laws and their way. If you get what I'm saying, when you leave your house, you still have to. So you're still in the Mason world physically. You're not in their world mentally. You're out of the matrix, but you're still in their world physically. So that's the next phase now. Like, you got your people now, and now it's about y'all. Yeah, you got your people. Y'all in y'all world. Now it's just about joining forces with those people to be in that world physically, in real life. And that's a work in progress. But I feel like by 2025 5 I feel like 2025 2026 it's gonna be like, for like a majority of us, like we're gonna be out of the Mason world physically too. No matter how that, it's gonna look different for everybody. Might be out living in the woods somewhere. You might be just living like away from society somewhere. You might just be like or you might be living in society but like not of society. You don't gotta listen to the same rules as everybody else. You don't got to, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta pay bills like everyone else does. You know what I'm saying? Your neighbor might have to pay bills of that house, but you don't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna manifest and look different for everybody. But I want to say by like 2025, 2026, it's gonna be manifested physical. If you obviously stay in that world. And you'll be straight. You'll be straight. So that's ultimately the path that you should be on if you don't agree with the Mason world. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you think it's bullshit, if you be like, this is hell, this is slavery, this is not what I want my earth experience to be. I'm not trying to work the rest of my life. I'm not trying to subscribe to rules that don't even make sense, laws that don't even make sense. Like, no. Like, this is the path that you should be on. A path of finding like-minded people and creating your own shit. If you're not on that path and you're just complaining, you look goofy. You literally look so stupid. Like, you look goofy. Like, if you're just complaining at the rich, judging the rich, hating on the rich. Oh, I hate America, but you're not on this path. Like, just you just gotta laugh. Like, you literally just gotta laugh at those people. Like, something is not right. Something is like, anyway.